Hi, it's Michelle from Equality Pays, and today's video is once again all about the gender pay gap, but I want to talk about the occupations that men and women do in your organisation. Now, if you're an organisation that has 250 employees or more and you've had to recently report on your gender pay gap data, there's a good chance that one of your reasons for your pay gap that you've given is that you have more men in senior roles. Now, newsflash. For me, that isn't a reason. That is simply a fact. In looking at your demographics, you're very top heavy in terms of having more men in senior roles. For me, that is simply a fact. It's not a reason. What you now need to do, now that you have that fact and you've had to tell the world that fact, is dig deeper into the reasons. And one of the things that I talk to clients about is to look at where men and women are placed in your organisation, because there's a good chance that women are either clustered right at the bottom or they are kind of evenly spread out and get to the middle quartile and then peter out towards the top. And so your job now is to identify why that is. And that could be for a myriad of reasons. It could be that it could be lack of confidence on women's parts in not wanting to put themselves forward because they don't feel that they have all of the right skills. That may not necessarily be true, but if people don't feel confident, then they really do self-select themselves out of things. So it could be that. It could be that there's a very macho culture in your organisation, which we know is a problem for a lot of male-dominated industries and male-dominated companies. And it could be that women just don't feel comfortable putting themselves forward for roles, responsibility and management in that environment. It could be that you have a culture of presenteeism, and presenteeism is this idea that people can only work if they are in the workplace working really long hours, i.e. being present. So it may be that women look at the tier above them and they see, senior leaders, line managers working really, really long hours, and they just decide that they don't want that for themselves, and that they know that it will be detrimental to their health, to their mental health, to their well-being, and they just don't want to do it. It could be that there's an issue around promotion bias, and it could be that there is some work to do around looking at the idea of, well, who is considered as talent, and are you promoting people on their ability to do the job, or are you promoting them on their potential to do the job? And very often there's statistics to show that women are promoted on their ability and men are more likely to be promoted on their potential, and that works against women in a lot of examples. So there are a myriad of reasons. Another one I can think of is that you may work in an environment where, deals are done at gentlemen's clubs or, strip clubs or places where women don't feel comfortable or are not welcome. And so it could be that if somebody sees that, that's how, power is gained and that's how deals are done, then they know that there is no way that they'll be able to break that mold and to be as successful as they could be. So again, they may not put themselves forward. It could be any of those things, a combination of those things, and what you'll find is that women either leave and go somewhere else where they feel that they can progress, or they just settle where they are. Now, my job with working with you is to help you find out what that reason is, and that is why it's really important, once you have your data, to start analysing, start unpicking and finding those stories and evidence that support the reason for your pay gap. And that is just one of the threads of conversations that we will be picking out in our strategy day. It's a strategy day that Natasha Stromberg and I are running, where we work with you. You bring your gender pay gap data, we go through it together, and together we will craft an action plan that's based on our expertise and looking at the evidence for what is driving your pay gap data. So if you are an organisation very top heavy in terms of being male dominated, and you're struggling with what to say with your next round of reporting, struggling with being able to move the dial forward, then this strategy day is for you. It's taking place, the first one's taking place in Manchester, 29th of January. So please do get in touch with either myself or Natasha Stromberg to book your place. Bye for now.